Hello and welcome to Mr. Rennie Games. I am Patrick Rennie, and more Spelunky today. And today we are going to talk about my Mass Effect game. I haven't been recording it because it's not particularly interesting to watch while I'm playing it, but I have been enjoying it, so I figured I would share my tale of Commander Jane Shepard. Commander Jane was an orphan on Earth. She was never actually placed with an adoptive family. She was an okay kid. She got into some trouble, but managed to keep it from people. When she was a teenager, she was a troublemaker who managed to get away with a lot. She really likes people. She really is loyal to her friends. But that didn't keep her from getting into trouble. For those who aren't her friends, she has a remarkably poor sense of ownership. She was an excellent hacker, and she was a pretty good burglar. The first person she killed was at the age of 13. It was a bad situation. There weren't many good options for her at that time. She managed to steal the guy's pistol and shot him dead. And she was surprised at how much it didn't bother her. She was in a bad position. She did what she had to do. And as far as she was concerned, that was pretty much it. That was the complete problem. That was the issue it was taking care of. She was a bit surprised to find that she was quite that cold-blooded about it, considering how well she usually gets along with people. Parachute. I was hoping for a rope. She kept the pistol that she used to kill the guy for about a year before she realized that it was probably not a good idea to hang on to evidence. And she ditched it for another pistol. It was during that time period that she became very, very, very good with pistols. So, hey, ropes. The stuff that legends are made of, frankly. Let's put the puppy down so I can whack this guy. Here, puppy. Let's see. When she was 16... Thanks. When she was 16, well, she had friends that she would run around with. And gradually things started to get wrong with them because they were all street kids and orphans. And one by one she started to lose them. And she pretty much lost the last two during a gang fight, in which her people were just bystanders, basically. Wrong place, wrong time. The people were known to them, and they were known to the people, but things went really, really bad. And Shepard, who was never the nicest person, not exactly the nice, was a good person, but not exactly the nicest person. They were killed by a section head of the crime organization that they were having to deal with. And not being a wonderful person, Oh, this is gonna suck. Let's go over here. Woohoo! Why is Callie angry with me? Oh. Yeah, I guess breaking her stuff would piss her off. Huh. Well, I guess we're not sacrificing Callie, are we? I died. And at this point, the pistolero Shepard decided that she needed to basically destroy the organization. No, she wanted to get revenge, and she decided the best way to cover her tracks would be to disassemble the entire organization. Basically, to start out small and gradually work her way up the ladder, so that it looked like I don't know, as a grown man bent on vengeance, rather than a 16-year-old girl bent on vengeance. So she gradually... that could have been real bad. Roper bombs. Bombs. See, got some money out of it. Oh man, I need to work on that. So that's what she did. She used her pistol skills and gradually worked... What the heck was that? Gradually worked her way up the totem pole for the gang. And because they weren't looking for a 16-year-old girl who was responsible for it, she managed to do a heck of a lot of damage to the organization without anybody realizing who was doing it. The only one she revealed herself to was the lieutenant directly... Whoops. Directly... Anything good for that? No. Only the lieutenant who was directly responsible for killing her friends. So we have 16-year-old Shepard acting like a superhero, or a vigilante, in a revenge movie. And she gets away with it, because nobody was looking for her. After that, she kept her nose clean for a couple years. But she did have a lot of skills, aside from being able to fight. But being a criminal wasn't really what she was looking for. So I didn't even know you could do that. That's fascinating. So she wanted something with a bit more structure. So she... Sad. Oh, I don't want the... So she joined the military. She'd managed to keep her record clean enough that it wasn't a particular problem for her. I died. She had an excellent record as a soldier. The events that made her that put her on the list as extraordinary happened on a colony. It was a new colony. They were still looking for resources on it, and she was assigned to work Army for extra security on an outlying mining community that was looking for minerals. She wasn't a cop in this situation. She was just extra muscle in case they ran into critters or other things that required heavier firepower than the people keeping order in the camp would need. Which turned out to be, unfortunately, very, very necessary. The people who had scouted this planet and the people working on it until now had managed to miss the fact that... I'm sure. Hey, puppy. That there was a large predator that they had missed. The reason they had missed it is because it acted... Oh, I guess I need to get the puppy. The reason they had missed it is because it hibernated like locusts. So there'd be a large swarm that would suddenly come out and kill most of the major animals in the area. Worth it. I'd pay a little bit more. The emergence of the monsters, because they were large, much larger than humans, happened without warning, or some warning, but unfortunately the place it hit first was the mining camp, which was closest to the equator. They managed to take out the camp's shields pretty much immediately, because nobody realized what they were dealing with. Let's just drop down. That puppy. Shepard was in the command center when this all went down. Whoops, would be really good, but I get my butt kicked enough around here. So Shepard was in the command center when things went south. And they merged pretty much inside the camp. The shields around the camp were taken down almost immediately, or the equipment for them was, before they could actually get the shields up. Shepard was in the command center when things started to go south. She got up onto the roof with her sniper rifle and did what she could, but she couldn't keep the... She couldn't save anybody. Not only were they large and carnivorous, their bites were also venomous, and it put it put her in a situation where she couldn't save anybody. She managed to rescue a couple people. Jiminy Christmas. It's going to be a short game. Very short game. The people that she did manage to save and get back into the safety of the command center ooh dear, had been bitten or had lost too much blood, and they ended up dying on her. She had managed to get a warning off to the communities further away from the equator, so they had time to prepare for the attack. And they largely came through it okay, but it still took them 2 weeks to get to Shepard to give her any help. In that time, Shepard had accounted for every single person in the camp. She had retrieved their bodies. She had managed to get the shields back up. She had used her skills as an infiltrator to eliminate the monsters in the camp. She'd even taken the time to track down the 10 people who had been outside the camp when the monsters attacked and bring their bodies back because they passed away as well. And that ultimately is what set her apart as exceptional rather than just excellent, and eventually brought her to the attention of the Citadel, and made her prominent enough that she became the... Sorry, puppy. That she became the first human Spectre, which is where they start the game. At this point, Shepard seems to have some mental problems. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if she got hit in the head or what. But she seems to have large gaps in her knowledge of things she should know about, as both a citizen of the universe that she's in. She doesn't know the equipment that's around her. She doesn't know the species that are around her. It's frankly really worrisome. But as far as I can tell, the Citadel itself does not know that she's having problems. But humanity must, and they're trying to cover up the fact that she's having problems in order to get her to be the first. Get her to be the first Spectre. They give her something called a codex, where anything that catches her attention, she can plug it in and get more information about it. Especially if it's things she should probably already know about. The humans are pretty patient explaining stuff to her. The minor races haven't seemed to realize that she's having a problem knowing things. And so she's got some conversations with ambassadors which were long and explanatory. And they didn't seem to realize that might be something wrong with that. Apparently that's how far I can fall before I get hurt. Ooh, spikes. Let's not do that. Let's see. We're almost 20 minutes. We'll finish out this game, and then I will describe Shepard's adventures on the Citadel, where she makes new friends and shoots some people without the actual support of the local cops, which is kind of bad. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'm done with that. I'm enjoying the game. I'm playing it as a role player rather than as a rather than trying to max out my stats. I put it on casual because frankly I don't care that much. Combat is fine. It's not. I've played better in terms of shooting games. It's not as tight as something like Gears of War. It's not. I'd say even BioShock has tighter fighting controls. Let's It's not bad. It's just, you know, not amazing. And in a generation of games that has a lot of amazing shooters, this is fine. But that's all it is. It's just fine. I will kill you with a treasure chest! That's funny. See if we can find the key here. Oops. Oh well. Captain Caveman! Oh crap, that's the snake pit. Yeah, it's a snake pit. Lots of money, but I got lots of bombs. I can bomb my way out. I don't think I can reach that one. Ah, poopy. Alright, we're going to call it quits for today. I will talk to you later.